I just made some videos and tried to edit, and I'm going through a little something that is interesting. It's hard to know what to do, but I think it's if all fails, just kind of sleep on it a little bit, meditate on it, and so that's what I've been trying to do. And it's hard to get going. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking here. Um, we can look at the astrology, but there's my chair. I have, I'm an Aries rising. I'm very physical. I would like to be more physical than I'm being. I would love to have a job, right? And so that's been kind of depressing. Venus was just conjunct Saturn. We can blame it on that Venus would be conjunct Saturn here, and that's kind of depressing for love itself. It's moving away as we speak, but it's a mild square still. I mean conjunction. But then Venus on the 4th of April will be conjunct Neptune. Neptune will be moving into 28 degrees. We've never experienced the degrees, and I just got the chills about that, because Neptune is going to be going into Aries by, now let's see here, it's getting really close to 20, it's at 29 degrees in June. And that is a secret, like, thing that's happening. Is kind of like the Pluto event where it's shifted into a sign, but Neptune is shifting into a whole zodiacal phase. It's going from Pisces it's going from 12 to 1, from Pisces to Aries, and the Neptunian vibration is very spiritual. It's super duper spiritual. Either that or you're just completely deceived. That's the thing. It's like, well, that's what we're looking at as far as is the split involving that people that get really spiritual at the same time or something, and then other people who they go with the courthouse, kind of a thing. Oh God. But really, it's water oriented. It's very nebulous. It's very unpredictable. It's very dreamy. We really don't know. Actually, it's going to be very beautiful, for a lot of people. And then Neptune can be very beautiful, or it could be hell. See, the thing is it's always hell. Neptune is capable through the imagination. It rules the artist who out as the alchemist. Like water, my friend, is going to make. I was going to say water into wine. It's kind of apropos talking about how Neptune is ruling Pisces, and they're all known to be alcoholic. Anyway, I'm getting back to water. The mediums that are used to express water is the main thing, and we all know that there can be a very pure version or an impure version. So that's all going to come into light is just the fact that there's the purity and then the impurity, and be interesting, part of the purification of man, if you take it that way. But Neptune is something else, when it goes into Aries. Boy, all I can tell you, people, is that it's going over my ascendant, and I'm going to take care of myself the best I can, And, I hate that statement, by the way, the best I can, because none of us is doing the best we can, um, or we wouldn't be here. Hey, how about that? Anyway, yeah, here it is. It's getting close to, well, they associate it with complete rapture, and a lot of people don't know their language. What does rapture mean? Well, it means high high emotions and intense emotions to the point of, uh, and we didn't say, it's like anger and depression. It's could be a revelation. It's revelation, a good thing. It's just probably too much for the government and the establishment, to be joyous and happy because we found something real. And it's like, how do we gun these people down fast enough? Pardon me. I've been feeling. It's just I am. If humanity is anything like me, they are being way too nice. The asphalt spill next door bugs me still because you can smell it profusely still. It stopped me from going outside. I live in a beautiful mountain area, and this guy is just fucking. If you keep looking at it, and just realize it's like, oh, it's weird. It's like, what? That is odd. That was a fucking hit by the warlord military deep states. Somehow we have to make pollution, we have to make illness, we have to make well-beings on edge. And these people fell for it. I have yet to talk about this. It's just too. Um, and at the same time, here I did. You know what I did? I unjoined in um, the Idlewild communities. I've been dealing with something, and I'm right about it. I haven't been poking my head around the truth as I can care less about the people up here. I don't mean to say that like I'm completely snobbed out, but we don't come up here for the people. The people usually, yes, it was a while back that we can depend that we were up here for the same reasons, roughly. There's always the two types of people, right? Okay, and I was more, on my grandma's side, who her dad built this place, and then we are just part of the community that lives in intention, and we're looking around and saying, yes, we keep this place clean, and we're so proud of keeping the trails clean, keeping fencing down. Only reason why great grandma put up a fence is because the deer would come, and all you needed was one, and that kept them busy. They got paranoid around it. Just one strip. It wasn't a box or anything. And then the reason why there's some over here, it used to be a big horse stable. Beautiful Arabian horses used to live right over here, along with a burro, a little donkey that would go off right at the crack of dawn. It would say these little honk, and it was that's why there's fencing there. Beautiful horses and the stables on the other side, and God, those were the days. And I'm one of these people that is looking at it, and I'm one of these people who's uh, I'm experiencing some kind of shock from having been, just a lot has been done. Over the last 3 years has been huge. I mean, 4 years has been, it's just piled up, and as well as the last slot land filled up with just, these aren't my people. This is not even feeling right. This person over here and those people down there at the same time. They coat the fucking place. It just makes me sick. I'm sorry. In black asphalt, it is. You can test that shit, and I can guarantee you there isn't anything like that. It's cocktailed up for just for fucking you, stupid fucks. Just for me, man, people like me. That thing was just that's the thing is like this universal thing. Is like, what else do you need, Shauna? Well, put the big old trash. Nobody's coordinating, saying this is a beautiful place. Curb all of this non-sustaining activity, self-sustaining activity. Well, those trash cans can be kept somewhere else. They have like a mini dump site now. I mean, I'm sure if they took all the trash cans that the trailer park has over there, and put them in one cul-de-sac, it would be a mini dump site. But instead, like there's one way over here, and then there's one over there and over there. But they put one right over here, and it's almost looking like they'll make they'll make this area the dump site for the entire. I'm sure there's like 4 or 6 other dumpsters that, if we're not careful, see, this was a nice neighborhood. This was a nice neighborhood. Now, what I see with the 12 truckloads of asphalt right next door, it's been reduced to minus $35,000 because you're going to have to, whoever goes in there is going to want to take all of that out, because don't you want non-toxic, I don't know, non-toxic. What are those people going to do? It's a temporary thing, and then somebody else is going to move in and go, what is this? I don't want to buy this. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I would like to get the fuck out of here, because I don't want to know anybody who wants to buy that land here. I want to know if they're, I would love for them, because I am having a fantasy now. It's like, will they be people that say, oh God, we would love to take this driveway out of here. We'll move in a bunch of organic material. We're ready to live here, and we live in intention. Living in intention means that we agree that this is just one thing here. There's one waterway, there's one sky, there's one piece of land. These are the meadows, and I'm saying, what is going to happen? You know, like somebody's going to try and fence off everything, and when really we should be opening it up and saying, what can we do here, especially with that water? Somebody supposedly privately owns the waterway, and it's like, but it used to be that. See, this is before. Oh God, I hate this fucking. See, I'm a traumatized person about having been just disrespected on this land. Just really, it's betrayal about, like, well, who are these people that, it doesn't have anything to do with my ego or me. It has to do with the environment. And then it does. It's like, see, that's where I'm saying, if you're anything like me, if humanity is anything like me, we're taking too much shit. We're supposed to say, oh, well, they can do anything they want. No, they just poisoned you. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm having some kind of strange. And it's like, it's ever since that they poured that fucking thing down, really, it's like, see, we just don't even associate it with that. We can say, oh, no, it's actually just, that, no, your body is struggling ever since they fucking poured. A lot. For me, it's too much. And it's just me here. They dumped it right on my fucking head. That's why I know that it's, by the time Mercury goes retrograde, it's going to be on the 1st of April, very soon here, in Aries. Let me see if I'm right. That's when I'm going to just kind of rejoin those groups and make them see that I keep rejoining, unjoining. I don't fucking like any of them, right? I mean, I'm just indifferent. I'm indifferent. We're not really associating. So, you know, um, I happen to think that, yes, it's because I own prime real estate here, homesteaded. They know me for a long time. I've been ganged up upon, of course. And there's a cahoots thing, right? The people that did the asphalt thing, they are in cahoots with whoever is building atrocious shit up here with the city and has access, and they're all in cahoots, and they can look at me. The fire department, everybody's, I mean, looking at it privately, landowners and real estate people, gangs of people that are just waiting. They think ahead, and they use people. See, that they use the people. I'm sorry, this sounds fucked up, but narcissists, sociopaths, that they kind of just, they clique. It's called cliques. It's automatic. And no, it wouldn't be that they moved in here one by one and the last one is amazing. They're going to say, oh, you mean we can help this orphaned girl here? She's been kind of sitting here for her family. Well, she's been here for, you can say 25 years, but since 2008, and hasn't had any support. Grandma died. Do you think we should help her with? Wow, because we that one owns a hardware store, they own a hardware store, same street. No, nothing like that. And I don't feel I should treat them any special way. then maybe they're a little bit crazy because really it's been 12 years or 20 years that this guy, he doesn't communicate much. It's just like it's like maybe 3 times we've had an authentic hi. He's talked to me more when we see each other at the hardware store, right? It's the classic Idlewild people go to the hardware store or they stop at the produce section and they end up talking because they're neighbors or something and they don't ever hang out but they found each other at the marketplace anyway. That's a classic thing that happens up here, and he seemed nice at that with that, but it's kind of two-faced because it's like, well, you're right here, and I just noticed like, wow, you don't boy, I'm sure glad I don't need anything like if I really wasn't fell into need, like I need a couple sticks of wood. See, the thing is oh god, I hate this fucking. This is the thing is like I just, Shauna, what do you have to do? You got to move out of this fucking place if you want a community of people. See, I've been hermited, and I know I knew for a long time, at least 35 years, that I'm not up here for the people. I'm up here for the. I'm gonna go back out in it. I'm getting planning on doing it. It's just been really cold. We're getting melting down from that storm. There's storms coming in that I think are gonna be cold, but I'm gonna get back to it. See, I can feel that asphalt. It makes my eyes itch, and it's the same fucking shit that I've been dealing with last year. See, last year I didn't even want to go outside. After they poured it, I just didn't want to go outside. It was so depressing. Some people would come over, and it's like you can go anywhere on the property. You can go down to the creek, even when you're surrounded in spearmint plants and all you smell is asphalt. It's fucking ruined. That fucking air is ruined, and I would love to make this video clean enough to put it on in the Idlewild community. Fucking join the groups again. Put this video on. Hope that they pass it. One of the things that it bugged me that they didn't put one of the videos, pardon me, on today, and I'm just taking it personally. I've been doing butt hurt for a while since Neptune opposing my Venus. Not sure what Neptune on my ascendant is really going to do for me. I hear a lot of astrologers saying, "Are you kidding? That is a once in a 120 or 300 year fucking event." I got to look at the exact many years it takes for it to go around to one zodiac, but on my ascendant, I'm supposed to be doing, see, there's always a lower octave, like you can say the narcissist paradigm, and the higher octave, which is the expanding being, the empath that takes care of themselves away from the narcissistic society. It's just unfortunately the paradigm. It's like if you're watching this, you're most likely in it. It's they're turning it's just inhuman, man. You don't know any human beings, babe. You're sticking to yourself. So anyway, um, now that it come time, I already knew this was going to happen. That eventually I'm going to need a good support system, good community at least, and it's just not here. And so I got to go, and it's just looking like it. It keeps the writing is on the wall, and it's really hard because this is my homestead. Imagine it. See, and this is the narcissist paradigm. See, if it was that, it's like, well, fuck these people around here. I just need to find love in my life. That's what an empath does, and they get into their hobby more. But it's like, you know what? No, Shauna, your eyes are itching for a reason. It's because there's a certain feeling, babe. I know what I'm talking about, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the article up. There's certain symptoms you can look, and I'm sure the drying out eyes and the certain kind of feeling that I'm getting. Your body is battling toxins that are fucking flying through the air. And that stuff right there, see, I heard that there are people up here who have actually tested the snow. And I heard them bantering over the community group because some are informed and others aren't. And they're saying, no, we tested it and it's fucking just laden with arsenic, poisons. And you can see it. Some of the ground cover is just dying after when the snow melts all over it. And it's like, well, what happened this year? Don't cut anything. Just watch it because it's going down. But now getting back to this conversation and then how I kind of piped up, well, yeah, keep raising awareness. And I'm going to go back on there and talk about the asphalt and say, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's just that I mind my own business. I stay hermited. I'm painfully alone here. And then I was mobbed by these people that think that they're righteous about it, and then all they can do is pick on my intense emotions about it. And I started to get on everybody about that. That started to get worried that I was going to raise my voice, and it's like you can still hear me. Just because, and it's like this. What do you mean we raise our voice and then you cut our heads off? That's wrong. It's just as well as saying raising awareness. And when we start raising awareness, you guys act like a bunch of fucking murderous people, and it's double trouble because you just polluted the place, and people are going to be getting sick, and it includes them. That's what I trip out. Is like you guys don't notice it. I bet you anything you do, and that's where it's like, calm down, give it time. They might apologize. I have an Aquarius moon, and I conduct the strangest relationships as well as I'll say things. It includes saying things in such a way it's like, well, why don't you just be honest with each other? And they're like, what the fuck is this person talking about? Be honest. Yeah, communicate, and then you guys won't have to go to court or anything. Just look each other in the eye and say, hey, you stupid asshole. Punch him in the face if you have to. That was my uncle. He was just like, you don't take anybody to court. You take them outside and you duke it out. You think you're saying something? Really, what are you fighting for? The truth or your ego? Well, fists will take your ego kind of down a little bit, and then I don't know. After that, it doesn't really solve anything except for you're like, I'll go to sleep tomorrow and wake up, and we'll try to see if we know how to live together.